Hi, this is Jody. I thought I would bring you along while I am making my last Christmas journal for the year. And I thought I would come on and show you actually how easy it is to convert a composition notebook into a junk journal. It is very easy. It is beginner easy as well. And actually I got to this point and I'm like, oh, you know what? I should have showed how I did it from the beginning. So let me grab one and show you how I got to this point. Okay, so this is a composition book, a notebook. You know, it's just, it has the, chipboard and then your pad of paper. So I want to show you, if you can see, this is only put together by little tiny pieces of thread. So it is really simple if you have just a razor blade, or if you have, I'm looking through my stuff here, or if you have like you need a X-Acto blade, any of these will work. So what I want to show you is, actually this is not a sharp one either, but you can just do it with, one of these knives too, in the middle. You can do it either way. You can cut it this way, or you can run your blade down this way, but you risk cutting that. So that blade isn't sharp either. So you can just start pulling out the thread, or you can use a seam ripper, whatever you have. So let me just real quick get this out. This is very beginner easy, or it's just fun if you're experienced, and if you've been doing it. I love doing these myself. So it's just a great way because, the base is already made for you. So that's the fun part. Okay, so then you just take this whole ream of paper out, which what I will do is I will take and I will tea or coffee dye or Kool-Aid dye all of this paper, and then I will have colored paper signatures. I mean, this is a lot of paper here. All right, so then you're just left with a little bit of these threads. I believe, did I pull them? I don't know if I can pull them out. You can either just cut them off, just kind of shave them off a little bit, just so they don't leave like a bump underneath your fabric, because I don't think you can pull most of them. So after you do that, then, oh, I did get some more out here. Let me get these out now that I've cut it. Okay. All right, so then just get your thread out of there. Okay, now you're left with your base. Now, you have to think of, let me zoom out just a tad bit more. So you have to think about how you want your journal to be. See, like I don't have any exposed thread or string from my binding. My binding is basically what I call clean or invisible. I don't have any strings hanging from the middle. Mine are all here on the inside, flat. I don't have any bows or strings. And then it's tied on the outside of this. I know it's kind of confusing, but it's really easy actually. So I chose not to have anything out here, and then I put it on the inside. So you will want to pick your scrapbook paper. So find your scrapbook paper that you want to cover this side and cover this side. I did 2 different colors. I did the green check on one side and the red check on the front. And then I picked 2 pieces of Christmas material, scrap material, cotton, and it's just this wide here. Let me see. It is approximately, I mean, all these composition books are pretty much all the same size, so because they're standard. So they're 3 inches. So I grabbed a 3-inch piece of fabric that was 3 inches by, looks like 3 by 9 3/4. So I got 2 pieces, one that I chose for my outside and then one that I chose for my inside. My outside, I wanted it to be, I didn't want it to scream Christmas. I wanted it to be more like, you know, pine cones, you know. So this is a vintage book page from it's a tree book, and so it had a beautiful, beautiful picture of the pine tree, which, you know, is representative of Christmas. And then on the back side, I chose this really pretty fox picture. This is a book page as well. I got a little bubble of glue here, but this is what I chose. And, you know, we can doll it up with more, you know, more Christmas items, you know, or, you know, you can do whatever. Here's a bell, you know, we can put it on here somewhere. But I don't know if you know my channel, I like plain, I think more is less, or less is more, I mean. So anyways, getting back to the steps on this. So you want to pick out your 2 pieces of fabric, your 2 pieces of end paper, and then your 2 pieces of your front and back cover. And that is all I did. And then you don't want to do this until last. You do this first. So basically you get all your signatures together. You get all your signature papers together, and then you actually just sew it through this piece of fabric. And I'm gonna try to do it here with you. It does take, you know, it is time consuming. It would take more than what it would be for a video, but I just wanted to show you that. So, so basically all I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out, I don't want to chop off her head. So this is just a book page from a book. And this is going to be the front. And you want a little bit to fold over the edges. So I think you know, probably just a little bit like that. So let's do that first. Let me get my glue. And you can use, you know, just regular Elmer's glue. You can use, you know, your fabric glue, whatever you'd like. And you're just going to, you know, spread that out and put it on. But I'm going to cut this down first because I don't like it too oversized. So there we go. Because then my fabric will just go over it and meet here. Okay, so let's glue this on. And I'm just going to use a little bit of my wet glue, but I'm doing it very thin because I don't want it to bubble. And let me put a piece of paper down. Whoops. I have like just this old, like a Benefits, old Benefits paper because I need to go all the way to the edge so it doesn't bubble. Okay, so I'm just going to do a really thin layer. And I actually like to spray mine with adhesive spray. That's how I do mine. but it's too hard to show on camera because I have to set up a big area, not a big area, but a big enough area for overspray and stuff. So I'm just going to put a tad bit more down. Oh, there we go. I globbed that all over there, but I want to get the corners. Okay. Nice even coat. I can feel it dragging, so I know I've missed some spots here. But this is so much fun. And like I said, I don't want to bubble it, so let's just turn my page over here. Okay. So now, let's put this on. I just want to make sure. Okay. Actually, I want to make sure I got the edge done first here. Sorry, I have to lift it up a little bit and move this down. Okay. So I've got my edge. We're just wrapping is really what we're doing. That's all we're doing is wrapping. Okay, and then don't forget, which I just did, don't forget to score, not score, but maybe miter the edges here. And I kind of did little cuts here and here. Okay, so I just want to make sure I got my front on and smooth it out. Alright, now I need some more glue to do these edges here. Go around, and then just smooth those out. Am I in frame? Sorry if I'm not. Hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. I'm filming this on the day after Thanksgiving, so Black Friday. I am not a Black Friday shopper. I tend to stay away. I will just shop from my living room most of the time, or I shop way early. Alright, I gotta get a baby wipe. And make sure that they're rounded on the corners here. I use my art glitter glue. So then I just want to make sure my edges stay round, that's all. It will dry however you mold it. You know, paper, it's just like paper mache. You know, it'll mold however you have, as long as you have enough glue on there. Okay. I'm gonna add a little bit more art glitter glue on that one. Get that nice rounded edge. I think we're getting somewhere here. Let's put some more glue down. All right. Okay. Just a thin layer. Go all the way to the edge. Doesn't matter here because we're going to cover it anyways. I haven't picked out the fabric for this because it really wasn't planning on doing, I was just going to talk you through it, but then I'm like, oh, you know, some people just want to see it done, so that's why I'm kind of rushing and not prepared. I did want to do this for you. So, okay, now, I'll make sure we're the right way here. So, and this is pretty thick book paper, book page also, so I'm just going to do it this way. I'm liking it already. Okay, so I just want to make sure this is really good. Glue down here. Just gonna wipe this part off. Alright, now, same thing. Let's do that. Oh boy, I just looked up and noticed that my battery, oh my gosh, I have no idea how much you've seen and didn't see. So we're gonna keep going because I have wet glue here, but hopefully you saw all of that. I'm so sorry. So again, like I said, I wasn't planning on doing like a full tutorial, but but like I said, I don't know if I said it when you could hear it, but or seen it. It was that you know, some people just don't want to have it talked through. You know, they want to see it, so that's why I wasn't planning on doing a full tutorial on how to alter a composition book into a Christmas junk journal, but this is where we're at now. Putting glue on just dabbing a little bit around the edges so that it, you know, it hardens it and keeps it. This one looks really good here, so I'm just putting some glue kind of right around the edges here just to seal this edge. And I see some sticking up here. Okay. Let's see what we got. Okay, so we have a nice back cover. I'll run my brayer over it real quick, just to make sure there's no air bubbles in there. These are book pages, but they are pretty thick. And I see I have a bubble here, but okay. So here's our front, and here's our back. And you can still see the church and the town down here, so that's really beautiful. I love that. We're back. So basically that's all there is. Take your composition book apart, take the paper out. Again, I don't know how much you've seen and didn't see, but I tore this out, took the whole middle out, I cut the threads. Find your scrapbook paper or your favorite image or whatever you're going to do. Just cut it, glue it on, fold the edges over. Now, pick your paper, same thing. Pick 2 pieces of paper that you want for the inside. Okay, don't worry about this because we're going to put fabric over it. So, next you want to find your 2 pieces of scrapbook paper and put that on. Okay, I found my paper. I fell in love with this as soon as I saw it. It is almost the same colors as the front, and it's, you know, dreamy snowflakes, and it's got music paper here. So I got 2 of them, so we can do them both the same matching. All right, now what I did here is so you don't have to worry about how far you go over because you're going to have fabric covering that. But what you do have to measure is how far you want to come to the edges here. And actually I'm gonna flip it over because I need to write on it. So I'm gonna go that far. Where's my pencil? Where's my pencil? Pencil, pencil. Pencil, where'd you go? My pencil ran away. There it is. Okay. So my length is going to be here. I want it to come all the way to the edge. And then, so my paper is going to come that far over. So let's cut that off first. I like doing mine in steps. I gotta close this glue and stuff before it all gets hard on me. Alright, thanks for being patient. Because like I said, I wasn't planning on doing a full tutorial. But I'm like, okay, people want to see usually instead of having it explained, because sometimes things can be, you know, hard to understand. Okay, so let's cut this. I'm gonna cut it right there. Okay. So I've got my width, and I am gonna go right to the edge because I'm trying to hide my mistake on the front. So I want to go. Okay, so I'm going to round this corner so that I can make sure that it fits in here. Whoops, sorry, so sorry. I'm going to round the corner so that I can make sure it fits perfectly. There we go. All right. So, perfect. All right, so we got a nice fit. So now it's just super easy to just do the same thing on the other side, because then I can just mark it with my pencil and cut it and be done. Perfect. All right, look at that. Boom and boom. Got them facing the right way. All right, we just don't want to make sure that, you know what, I'm going to cut this one back a little bit more because I don't want it. All right. One down, one more to go. Now this one I want to make sure I get these edges really good to hide my goof. So I'm going to go, I don't care if some squeezes out either on these because it's just going to help seal the edge anyways. So that's okay, doesn't matter on that. Alright, now I can just do the rest here. Yeah, these, I don't know, like I said, I don't know how much cut off in the video. I don't even know how much I have recorded, but I can't go back now, you know, after you've already started. So it's, I don't know what all I said, or what you didn't get and what I did get said. So, there we go. So yeah, what I was mentioning was that these altered composition books are like really easy. You know, it's an easy starter because, you know, you can just, you know, go to Dollar Tree if you want, buy one. Or maybe you already have, you know, a composition book, an old one or something. You know, you're going to rip out the pages anyways. So, you know, if you've got one from old school, your kids that started it and didn't finish, you know, it's okay. Just rip out the middle and then you can start. But these are pretty simple. I like it because it's already measured for you. It's already done. And you've got, you know, the makings of your base. Okay, so now that we have that glued down, happy with that. Just really getting my edges because I don't like edges to peel up. Okay, now let's pick out some fabric. Okay, I'm back. I found the perfect piece of fabric to go on the cover. Isn't that perfect? I actually am going to do, I did a fancy cut, not a fancy cut, but a rotary cut. I have a rotary cutter here, this one. And sometimes I like that frayed edge to be on the front, but when I cut it, it kind of tore wrong. So it's not even. So I'm thinking about doing this one, this piece on the inside. Can do it either way. Or I might just try recutting this again, because you know when you rip it, it doesn't always rip straight. And that was kind of a bummer, because I'm already at, I'm at my 3-inch mark that I need to be to cover enough both sides. So I'm just trying to debate. You know, the inside doesn't mean, you know, it's not as, you know, it doesn't mean as much to be exactly perfect on the inside. Again, it's a junk journal, but I do like more fabric on the inside. So it would look like that. But it didn't cut right. Unless I do a whole nother piece, but this one was perfectly straight. It's perfectly straight on here, but I think I'll do this one. I just want to make sure that I have enough fabric to go all the way around, and I do, because I measured 3 inches. So it'll go around like that, and I really like that. That's really pretty. And it's straight, so that's what I like about it. Okay, so now my issue is doing the inside of this, but I want it to be, I'm just going to cut this off down here, this white. Just going to cut that off. And yep, that's exactly my middle. So I think I'll do it like that. So one side will have the nice fancy cut, and then the back side will have the frayed look. Because I don't think I'm going to do all the sewing and all that stuff on camera. But, so this is the steps on how to make the starter. Alright, so now we're going to glue this onto the inside first, because then we're going to sew through here and have the strings come out here, and then glue our outside on. That way we don't see it. So let's get to gluing here, because I really do want to work. I want to work in this one to show you some of the ephemera and stuff that I, you know, had been working on and doing it together. And that was my whole purpose. But then see, look, I got sidetracked. So, all right, so let's glue this on here. And a good amount here. And then what I like to do is get the fabric on and then come back and do the edges, is what I like to do. So let's get this in the middle. Right there. And I like to push it right to the edge and then lay it straight down. And then just get it in the corner. I mean, it's really super easy. And just don't do so much where it bleeds through either. And then that is good there. And then just go and start gluing the rest of it. Okay. Okay. This was a perfect piece of fabric because it's snowflakes and it's the same teal color that's in here. And look at that, how well that makes it look so nice. So that worked out really perfect. All right. So now we glue that in. You just want to, glue all your edges really good. Make sure your edges down there glued. Alright. And then we just have to cut this off, and I will use my rotary for that. And I'm going to actually, I better put a guard on here so I don't cut my book. Nice clean cut. Okay. That's all nice. I got a little bit up here yet. Okay. I think we are good. All right, now like I said, I'm not going to show how I sewed it in. So this is going to be our inside. But this is where our signatures are going to go. We're going to sew our signatures in here. And like I said, I'm not going to show that on camera because there's already, enough of them out there. I have other videos too of how to sew it in. So we're going to sew in here, and we're going to have the strings come out here. Then we're going to tie it off here on the inside. Then we're going to come and glue this piece on the outside. And so that's how it will look. So then it will be on the outside, like that. That will give you the journal without the strings on the outside. So, that was like a quick version. Again, sorry, my battery camera went out, so I have no idea how much you actually saw. So I'm very sorry that happened, but I won't be able to do it again. I don't have another composition book handy, and I just don't have enough time to do another video again. But so that is how to alter a composition book.